Good morning. It is 9 a.m. Thanks for clicking on WGRZ-Plus, and this is Daybreak Plus, our 9 a.m. streaming newscast. And we begin with breaking news. A major breakthrough in negotiations between the state and the union representing corrections officers who have been on strike for more than a week now. Corrections officers have been on the picket line, but a solution might be on the table and bring them back to work as early as tomorrow. Daybreak's Natalie Foss is live in Alden right now with the latest details. What's the mood like out there, Natalie?
Hey there, Melissa. I'm here at Wendy Correctional Facility, and there's about 30 corrections officers on strike here. As you said, they've been on for more than a week out here pushing for safety in the prisons and also just ending things like the HALT Act that they say just makes it very unsafe for them in the prisons. As you can see, most of these signs are really asking for safety. Now, while the governor believes that this is going to be, a deal that is fair to these officers, it is clear from the officers that I've been speaking to here who cannot go on camera that this is not a good deal. And they're saying that's because everything in the deal is tentative. Nothing is guaranteed. So one of the things that is taking place in the deal is that they're saying that the HALT Act will stay suspended for 90 days and that the state is going to evaluate whether reinstating the HALT Act would create unnecessary risk. But what these officers are saying is after those 90 days, there's no guarantee that anything is going to change. And that's what they're looking for right now. And that's why they've decided that they're going to stay on strike. And a lot of these officers here at Wendy, as well as officers around the state, we have heard that there is currently a vote going on at Attica Correctional Facility. And we've heard here from officers that most of those officers are going to stay on strike. They're not going to take the deal. Every officer is going to decide for themselves whether they're going to go back, and the deal goes into effect for anybody who takes it. Some of the other perks of this deal are overtime will be paid at a rate of 2.5 times for a month instead of the usual 1.5 regular pay for overtime. And the state's promising to finish its analysis of a union request to bump the salaries for officers and sergeants. So, like I said, every officer gets to decide for themselves whether they're going to stay out here on strike or whether they're going to go back in. And we have heard that as a part of the deal, that they will not be punished if they decide to go back to work by tomorrow. They won't receive any legal reprimands as well. So really it's all just going to be seeing how the state responds to this and seeing how each of the officers vote to see who's going to go back to work. But for now, Melissa, it's really up in the air.
Yeah, major developments that we will be following throughout the day as those prison workers continue to vote this morning. Natalie Foss reporting live for us from Wendy Correctional Facility. Thank you for that report. And of course, this is a story that we will continue to follow. We'll have more on Channel 2 News midday beginning at 11 a.m. And you can also stay up to date at WGRZ.com. And we want to take a look at the forecast now as we are wrapping up February, which has been a bear of a month. And March is looking like it's going to start off as a roller coaster, Patrick.
Oftentimes March, says February, you know what, I got this. You did your thing, I'm going to do my thing, yeah. And it's going to be a lot better than your thing. March is going, no, I kind of like how you messed with Western New York. I'm going to do the same. So that's what's coming. Is
that what March is saying?
Did I just storytell to myself? I think yes. I think I was storyboarding an entire like a play in my head.
We should give March an Irish accent too.
Let's get to it. So yeah, well, here's the deal. We have a changeable weather pattern in the days that are starting the new month, starting tomorrow. In fact, today we're going to be close to 40 degrees with some snow showers that will quickly change to rain showers, but then that will lead to a big change tomorrow. So this is future look at 2 o'clock. You can see some snow showers developing, but then quickly mixing over to some rain. That will be with us through the night, but then tomorrow we go the other way. Temperatures bottoming out in the low 20s. We'll see some gusty winds and wind chills close to 5 to 10 degrees. So it's going to be that kind of cold. That takes us into the afternoon. Now, Saturday night, lows in the teens. And then as we head into Sunday, temperatures don't respond very well. We're in the low 20s, and there could be a few snow showers Sunday as well. So here's how it breaks down this afternoon. Rain and snow showers turning to all rain showers. Saturday morning, 28 with some snow showers, and then it gets colder into the afternoon. Sunday, 22. Again, maybe a quick little passing snow shower. And these are wind chills Saturday at 10 o'clock. So as gatherings are getting ready for the Shamrock Run, you can see that we'll have single-digit wind chills during the race as well. So partly sunny with a late snow and rain shower. Southerly winds 10 to 20, gusting to around 30 to 35. And then for tonight, rain showers and windy. Long-range forecast. Sunshine on Monday. Tuesday, we clouded up again, 40s with some light rain. Steadier rains, mild on Wednesday with wind as well, with rain too. Temperatures in the mid-50s. It gets colder Thursday, so big swings. Snow to rain, snow to rain, snow to rain. And that'll be the case for the South Towns in the southern tier as well. That's looking at a thaw next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then it gets cold again right after that.
It's good that it is a gradual increase to 55 because ice jam flooding could be an issue if it was going to really get warm really, really quickly.
I think it's going to be an issue anyway.
You do.
When you get
and with
into
the rain
the
on top
50s
of it.
and the rain and the wind, that can shift things around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ice jam flooding next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because it usually takes a day or two, you know, to get the ice freed and move downstream. So
yeah, well, let's check in with crews to see if they're breaking it up right now and taking any preemptive measures to prevent that from happening.
That might happen early next week, yes.
Okay. All right, let's talk Sabres now. The Sabres tried to make a statement last night, but it didn't work out so well.
Here we go. Off the bat, we're going. It's Kotkaniemi and Dylan Cousins dropping the gloves. Kotkaniemi first with the shots. They exchange a couple and then down they go.
A couple of the games recently have started that way, huh?
And with Dylan Cousins involved as well, which, I don't know, I see these fights and I'm thinking hard ice, skates and metal, and it just seems like such a dangerous
You're going into dad mode here.
Oh, 100%.
It's dangerous to be fighting on the ice with skates.
I know, I'm taking, to hardcore hockey fans, they probably don't want to hear.
That's part of the game, right?
Yeah.
But it was downhill from there after that fight. The score was 3-0 late into the first period. The Sabres did manage to score a goal before it all ended. Final score 5-2.
And again, I didn't think we didn't compete at a high enough level. I mean, they're compete. They've just lost 4 games. They knew that they have to turn the corner. They came guns a-blazing, and we didn't answer.
How impactful was the absence of Jason Zucker in a game where you're struggling to generate offense for hard stretches?
No excuses. It isn't about one guy. There was 18 guys in the ice there that they were better than us.
Yeah, it's too bad. The Sabres have played really well at home, but they cannot play in Carolina.
Carolina, they haven't won there, what was it, 7 years, I think? It's crazy, their dominance at home.
Right. So the Sabres play again tomorrow, pretty much for the rest of the season. It's almost every other day the Sabres will be playing. So hopefully they can turn things around. Do you know what Wednesday is?
Wednesday, you mean like hump day or like every Wednesday or just like Wednesday?
This Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday.
Is Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
And it's the start of the Lenten season, which also means it's the start of the fish fry season.
This is Christmas and birthdays wrapped into one for Melissa.
It really is. I love a good fish fry, and so do Western New Yorkers. I wonder if other cities are like Western New York is when it comes to fish fries.
I believe there are. I've lived in many cities, though, in my career. I've never heard the passion into fish fry like here.
Yeah, it's insane. And we have the original fish fry map. You can go on there and put your favorite fish fry, whether it's restaurants or churches or charitable organizations and fire halls. Submit your organization's fish fry to appear on our map, and then you can click it and see in your neighborhood or wherever you're visiting where the nearest fish fry is. And so that is at WGRZ.com/fish fry. And earlier this morning on Daybreak, Patrick opened up about his lack of knowledge of the fish fry.
You are able to break down and fully analyze a fish fry. To me, I don't see a lot of difference from one to another, whereas you like rank them in
Oh, yeah.
30 categories.
Oh, it's all about the crispiness. It's all about the sides. You know what? On our stream at 9 o'clock, WGRZ+, I will break down my fish fry criteria.
Got it.
And maybe even give away what my favorite one is.
Fish and fries. What
They're all so different.
Okay.
Trust me.
I need an education. Let's take a
The
look.
entire stream will be
Enough.
So we really are going to break it down right now. What makes a fish fry a good fish fry?
Because I see a piece of whitefish and I see French fries.
Okay, there's
Help me.
haddock and cod are the two kinds of fish fry.
And do those taste different?
To me, I'm sure that they do, but I don't really know because it's about the crispiness. And I really can't
So
tell
that
the
you
difference.
could mask.
I just don't want it to taste
It could be
fishy.
a goldfish for all you knew if it was fried
Just
enough.
it can't taste fishy.
Right.
It needs to overlap the plate. Why don't we take a picture first? We'll see.
What seems really weird, hold
all
on.
of these
You
pictures,
want something called fish, but you don't want it to taste fishy.
Yes, it can't taste fishy because if it tastes fishy, it's not good fish.
Okay.
These are all pictures from my phone, by the way, of fish fries that I have eaten. So
that a
see
good
how
one?
that is so crispy that I don't even know where that is. So it's not just about the fish, it's also about the fries and the sides. This one doesn't look as crispy, does it, compared to the first one,
it's
right?
gonna weaken the whole
see
crispiness,
it.
yeah.
It's about this, so that is a potato salad along with the coleslaw. That coleslaw looks good though because it's more vinegary and not so mayonnaisey. The fries underneath, those are fresh cut fries.
Oh, you can tell.
If you have the crinkle cut or the ones from a bag, the fish fry score goes down. Now look at that tartar sauce. That's very different. That looks more like a Russian dressing.
Or a Thousand Island.
Thousand Island.
Right.
But there aren't enough sides there either on that one. And that fish fry doesn't look crispy enough. This one does. And look, that one comes with a
lemon wedge.
Well, they all have to have lemon. They all have to have bread too. Rye bread I prefer over the rolls. That one has a roll. But look at the crinkle cut fries. So this one's hard to rank because the tartar sauce looks great. Crinkle cut fries make it go down in my rating, but it comes with the mac salad and a different type of coleslaw there. That one looks a little different. Do we have any other pictures? Ooh, yuck.
Well, those look like fresh cut fries though.
No,
They're
no,
not? No?
I don't think so.
No.
And then you can see it's really mayonnaise-y underneath, but the mac salad looks good and it does have a nice piece of bread.
But I want the bread toasted. Is that
No, it never comes toasted.
Oh, because then it won't soak up the juices?
No, it's always just a nice, fresh rye bread is what you want it to have. And the tartar sauce, which all of these pictures have had good tartar sauce. If it is the prepackaged tartar,
Oh, down. Right.
So it needs to have the lemon, you need to have the tartar, and I also do tartar and ketchup with every dip of the fish fry.
God, can I just... There's nothing like a breakfast with toasted rye bread. I can't think... Rye bread just by itself is okay?
Yes, that is the ultimate Western New York fish fry. So where's my favorite place?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, does everybody have 30 more minutes?
Are you writing this down? And now, I don't even know if they're doing their fish fries anymore. You had to pre-order on Mondays in order to get a fish fry on Friday.
Where was this place?
Frank's Gourmet Hot Dogs on Kenmore and Starren in Kenmore had the most delicious fish fry and sides, but it's like a pop-up. They don't have it every Friday, and it's really hard to get because it's so popular. Now, Wheatchecks is also very, very popular. I do enjoy a good Wheatchecks fish fry, but you need to get there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because everyone lines up there for fish fries.
Gotcha.
So there you have it.
Can I plug something that's fried that comes from an amazing restaurant?
What?
And I don't know, I think they do a fish fry. It's in Eden.
Okay.
They do a fried chicken.
Okay.
It's called Eden's Pizzeria.
Oh.
And those of you who live in the South Towns know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This fried chicken is unworldly. And when you looked at that one fish fry that you saw and you looked at that crispiness, that's what their chicken looks like when they serve it. Eden's, it's been like a couple months since I've been there. We go often, but yeah, Eden's Pizzeria, it's right there on 62. It's amazing.
I'll check it out.
It's really good.
And I bet they do have a fish fry on Friday because I feel like every place in Western New York now has a Friday fish fry. So
well, it's right by, Bryn Miller Market down in Eden. They do a great fish fry too.
Oh,
all right, moving on. Sorry.
Okay, we will take your Q&As and we'll talk news and other things coming up right after this. Oh, welcome back, everybody. The racing season.
We came back from just telling you we'll be right back.
Okay, so all of these people will be running 8K
yes.
tomorrow. It's going to be cold too. This Shamrock Run, this is what this is. It's returning to the city of Buffalo for the 47th year. It's more about the party after the 8K though. The race leads participants through the Old First Ward and Larkinville, and then afterwards, an Irish hoolie will happen at the Old First Ward Community Center. I've never used that word before. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's just involving a lot of beer and kicking off March and a month of festivities celebrating Irish culture here in Western New York.
Hear, hear. Yeah, it's the race is gonna, I love seeing the crowd. Despite usually, it's in early March, so it's always cold and often cold.
You've been lucky enough to start the race.
I did 2 years ago.
You did not have a good experience with the gun.
It was. I put the. Yeah, it's a. But when you shoot the gun, you're supposed to do it like this.
Yes.
I went like this for some reason. I don't know why. So when it shot off, I heard a ringing in my ear for about 14 months. So, but the race went off and it was a good time.
Great. Yeah. So tomorrow, everyone needs to bundle up. I mean, you can do weather again.
Let's go discuss. Let's talk about the Shamrock Run.
So this was really interesting. Kevin O'Neill pulled up like the weather app in the iPhone, whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where that info comes from.
And it says it's going to be 39 degrees tomorrow. But that's probably at midnight, right?
See, that is why, and Kevin was brilliant to mention that, and that is, when you look at an app, it's going to tell you, today's high, but it doesn't tell you when today's high is. The high will be at 12:01. So if you see an app and it shows 39, at race time, the actual temperature is going to be 22. All right? Brisk and cold. Wind chills will be near 10. Snow showers possible as well, with the northwest wind 10 to 25 miles an hour. So that's the deal. And also, we all know how icy it has been on streets and sidewalks and, backyards. The race is going to be maybe navigating some ice patches or spots like that. So being careful there is a good idea, because there is going to be some rain tonight that will refreeze in time for the race tomorrow morning. So here we go. Partly sunny, a late rain and snow shower likely this afternoon, and the rain will continue tonight. That refreezes into 28-degree air tomorrow morning. That becomes 20-degree air tomorrow afternoon. So that's going to freeze things up as well. Hopefully the wind can dry things out a little bit before that meltwater or rainwater from tonight refreezes. Saturday, some snow showers. Sunday, we could see some snow showers in Buffalo. Monday, mostly sunny. Tuesday, mid-40s. Wednesday, mid-50s. And you're like, spring has come. But alas, we're much colder on Thursday. We go from 50s back to 30s, and we go from rain and wind on Wednesday to cold and snow on Thursday of next week.
Ugh. I love the word alas. Very nice, Patrick.
Alas. It's kind of like it takes a story and gives it a little bit of, but alas.
Zhuzh.
It gives it a little zhuzh. It also gives it, it's like, alas, everything's going to be okay.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We're joined by Olivia Beeline, our wonderful digital desk producer, to give us our Q&A for Fridays. We leave it to you to ask us questions. So what do you got, Olivia?
All right. So Joe wants to know, how cold and snowy was February overall, and what is the forecast looking like for March?
Okay. If I can give him exact numbers if he wants it, but I got to walk over there real quick.
No, we don't have time for that.
Okay, it was a cold February, but not as cold as you may think. Okay, I think we averaged about 2 degrees below average. That pales in comparison to March 10 years ago. I'm sorry, February 10 years ago, when it was like 10 degrees below average. It was much, much colder that was a kind of a record-setting March. We had a bounty of snow, but it wasn't huge. We're above normal snowfall. March looks active the first 2 weeks, which means storms like we see on Monday, more like Wednesday actually, which bring, combinations of rain, wind, and snow.
Rap. No, that was
Yes. We're going to see more of those. So it's going to be an active March, at least through the Ides of March, which is the 15th.
Aren't you glad you asked, Joe?
Cindy wants to know more about the Make-A-Wish Gala, and Melissa, where do you get your gowns?
Oh. Patrick and I are happy to be emceeing for the 6th year at the Make-A-Wish Gala. All of the money raised stays right here in Western New York. There are 270 kids in the pipeline right now who need wishes, and last year $500,000 was raised. It's a great night. There are 2 little girls who are being recognized this year who became best friends through chemo.
Their story is amazing.
Going to be going to Disney for their Make-A-Wish. So we always have a really great time. 650 people will be there. If you can't go, there's an online auction, silent auction. Anyone can go and bid online. There are so many amazing packages, including a Taylor Swift signed guitar, lots of Bills and Sabres autograph stuff, and also
this is insane. Which one? The tour here or the tour in Santa Clara?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, the live auction, you can bid on Super Bowl tickets, which is unbelievable. But you can also bid online to have a daybreak experience where you can come bright and early or dark and early in the morning and hang out with Patrick and Pete and me and Olivia and all of the daybreakers and learn how to do weather on the weather wall. Come here and be on the stream with us. Why not, right? So you can bid on that online, and I've got a link on my Facebook page and Instagram, and we'll put it on the web also. My gowns. I love shopping local at this one store called TT New York. They're not paying me to say this, but their gowns are amazing, and I love going there to get the gowns at TT New York, which is right by the Boulevard Mall.
And the tuxedo I'm wearing is being sponsored by my 1988 senior prom, because it's the same one.
Cummerbund too?
With the cummerbund, which is, you know why? A cummerbund, you wear it with the flaps pointed up. To catch the crumbs. Little known fact.
Okay.
This is a good question to segue into. Tony said, if I win the behind the scenes of Daybreak at the gala tomorrow, can I dance on the roof with Patrick Hammer?
Yes, as long if it's the dustle tones of late 80s R&B.
There you go, Tony. Start bidding.
So Riley asks, how did you both decide you wanted to work in news?
Ooh.
My focus, unlike Melissa, who's a big J journalism, I was more focused in weather. So whether it was going to be at the Weather Service or for an airline company, television is kind of where I went, but it was more of a weather focus.
And in high school, I was lucky enough to do this TV show, an educational reality show for PBS, and we traveled around the state and were able to ask questions and get our questions answered. And Mike Rowe, the Dirty Jobs guy, he was the host of the show.
No way.
Yeah, and this was 30 years ago. And 25 years ago. And so he was like a nobody at that point, but he hosted this PBS show. And we were followed around by a camera crew, and I was like, this is kind of what a journalist does. And so that's kind of got me excited about it. So there you go.
And that.
30 seconds left. Any final questions?
Okay, so Kim from Kenmore wants to know if you have nicknames for each other.
Yes, but I can't say it on TV.
Yeah, right. Well, that's very true.
Well, everyone calls you Missy.
Missy, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I have others.
And you're not Pat. And if someone comes up to you and says, hi, Pat, I'm like, who's Pat?
I don't know Pat Hammer.
No.
I know.
Except that's your
That's my
Twitter name.
handle, I know. Confusing.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Enjoy your weekend. Olivia, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.